Welcome guys, so Wilds of Eldraine quick draft number 11. Let's start. Okay, what do we have here? Redcap Gutter-Dweller. 3/3 menace for 4. Makes a couple of rats. Beginning of upkeep, can sacrifice another creature and get a +1/+1 counter on Redcap Gutter-Dweller. And exile the top card of your library, which you may play this stuff. Yep, that's good. Yeah, I've had a feeling I had one of these before once. So that's a good reason to play red. There is a red thing here. Are we going to play red-white, though? This also makes creature tokens. It seems to kind of go well with this one, in terms of going wide. But interesting, it'll be red-white rather than red-black. You might think it's red-black if you've got rats, but there you go. There's also voracious vermin. Makes a rat. It's at the end of the battlefield here is creatures you control get +1 power and haste, so that does go really well with getting a bunch of things. Yeah, Imodane's Recruiter. Knight of Doves makes birds, but only when you put an enchantment in the graveyard. I don't know if we'll ever manage to do that. Kellen's Lightblades, good removal. But there's Gingerbrute, which we could consider. I think it might be good in an aggressive deck. I think I want the removal spell, so I'm going to grab that. Because maybe we're not an aggro deck, we're taking our time a little bit. When we've got this, the red cap is more of a late game card. Right, Merry Bards we know about, Monstrous Rage we know about. There's some good cards here in other colours. Belinda's Gatekeeper. I think I like a Monstrous Rage. I think we might be able to use that. Okay, Ratcatcher Trainee. That's exactly the kind of thing we want. Okay, let's go for that. Boundary lands. We're probably not getting any powerful creatures. Cut in, removal spell. Let's see, Archon's Glory. Or you could just take a cut in, which is decent removal. I kind of fancy trying to make the Cursed Courtier work. That seems like fun. Let's try that. So far it's going to work with the Monstrous Rage. But But I also get a curse roll token, which I can bargain away with Kellen's Lightblades, which is a good point, I think. Okay, Eerie Interference is basically fog, but it protects your creatures as well, which maybe that's good. Knight of Doves starts to look good because we've got a Monstrous Rage and maybe a Cursed roll token we're going to dump in the graveyard. So I say yes. Yes to Knight of Doves. Right. Yeah, cheap aggressive creature. Might be good. The Archon's Glory. Well, Gnawing Crescendo is definitely the big payoff card once you've got a bunch of creatures. Redcap Thief is pretty good, but maybe for big creature decks, I would say. Let's just make sure we've got a Gnawing Crescendo in the deck, so that's going to be out. Of course, we get another one straight away. I think I don't mind having two of them. There's a Gingerbrute here as well. Let's take a second one. I think 2 is a good number. Bespoke Battle Garb is +2 power, and we're pretty good at triggering Celebration. I've never used this before. Maybe it's a good way of getting +2 power. But this time I think I'd take the Gingerbrute. Okay. I'll take a reindeer. I probably won't use a reindeer, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, sure. 2 Unveil Guide is pretty good. Let's take an Archon's Glory. You never know, we might use that. Oh wow, we get a good white rare, Werefox Bodyguard. Well, and that's my 4th one. Very nice. Right, Embereth Veteran is alright. Moment of Valor kills the big creatures. Stops things from blocking, which that could be quite important. People are going to want to play a lot of blockers to stop me, so that could work in that respect. I think maybe having some really good 1-drops, 1-drop creatures might be good. I think I'll go for an Embereth Veteran. I think Cheeky House Mouse is the other 2-1 for. Just having a bunch of those could be pretty good. Okay, that pumps something when it comes into play. We can't use the adventure. That sort of, I find that off-putting. Another Gnawing Crescendo, but probably 2's enough. Okay, Minecart Daredevil comes with a combat trick, which is nice. And there's another 2 Unveil Guide. Might be a nice finisher for the deck and help. It's going to help me race with other decks with the lifelink. We actually have, if you can see the curve, well, this settles it. We have all the 3-drops we need. We're actually missing 2 drops. I'm going to take another 4-drop though. Arguably, the Daredevil gives me a 2-drop combat trick. So yeah, Shrouded Shepherd is a 2-drop, but tell you what, if we could splash for black mana, that would be a great. That would be great for the mirror matchup. So that is an interesting point. Because I mean, I don't really need more 4-drops that much here, because I'm going low to the ground. I'm going to take a Shrouded Shepherd and sideboard it. That's an option. Okay, Oppression. Here's a rare from the sort of side set. Okay, here we go. 2-drop. 2/2 creature. Hopeful Vigil. That's good with our Knight of Doves. Another Daredevil. So yeah, we definitely want 2-drops. That is the problem here. Griffin Airy is a 2-drop, and got a couple of lifelink creatures that do 3 damage. So that's tempting. The only trouble is we've got another 2-drop here, which we want to take our, probably prefer a 2-drop creature over hit or miss enchantment. Yeah, I think let's be sensible. Take the Frostbridge Guard. Okay, tokens get +1/+1. How many tokens have we got? We've got lots of rats. We do have a lot of rat tokens. That might be good. Is there anything amazing that's just a lot better than that? There is another Hopeful Vigil. So that's a tough choice. And how many creatures have we got? 11. And I'm thinking I probably would... I'm going to sideboard Archon's Glory. Because I don't always play combat tricks. Probably sideboard the Reindeer. So that's a better picture of where we're at. Because this feels, the Intangible Virtue is definitely a luxury card, and another Hopeful Vigil might be really good. I'm going to take the luxury card. Okay, Armory Mice, good 2-drop. Witch's Mark, good 2-drop. Let's go for the creature. Another Frostbridge Guard. Return Triumphant. Let's get another guard. And that well, that's recovered our position there. So we're now up to 7 2-drops. So that's perfect. Now so we're at 18 cards. We need 5 more. So this is usually where you'd get a couple of 4-drops, a couple of 5-drops, and a 6+. But we're going to probably stay low to the ground. You know what? Plunge into Winter's fine. It is it's a cantrip. Takes out a blocker. Could take out an attacker because it's instant speed as well. Let's see. Scarecrow Guide helps us splash colours, so that could help us cast a black spell. Okay, 2 Unveil Guide or 3rd Gnawing Crescendo. Ooh. I don't think you want to overdo it on Gnawing Crescendos. I think we can definitely have another 2 Unveil Guide here. Minecart Daredevil, yeah. Protective Parents. I don't think they make the cut, to be honest. I think sideboard for them. Guild Heroism, no. Okay, what do we have here? Hylda's Crown of Winter. Yeah. Brilliant card. It's just an icy manipulator, but it's 1 mana cheaper. We're gonna get that and use it. Right, we've got 23 cards. Can any of these cards actually improve my deck? Is a question. I think, yeah, 4 mana removal card. No, we're not going to get to 4 mana that often. 3 mana removal card, maybe not either. I think we just take another Scarecrow guide, and that can be sideboard. It's another Intangible Virtue. There's, yeah, Bellowing Bruiser, Frostbridge Guard, Knight of Doves. Another Knight of Doves. So I'll go ahead and take another Intangible Virtue. And I'll think about trying to play both of those. No to Grabby Giant. I think we take the Edge Wall in because we can obviously just play that in the deck. Okay, this is Neva white. She's white and black, and she's basically a grave digger. A pretty cool card. I'll take Neva and sideboard her. Horseman, yeah, take a Daredevil, another Daredevil. Nothing here really, so yeah, plunge into winter. It's okay. I think we'd probably want to cut our plunge into winter and play another creature. That's my instinct. Let's see what we've got. Or the other Intangible Virtue. Doing things like that, just it brings the creature count down, which is so it feels a bit risky. You've got to get the right balance here. Yeah, there's nothing here. I'm spending too long thinking about that. Another Gnawing Crescendo. Yeah, we might play 3, you never know. So let's do that. Excuse me. So this is definitely another Knight of Doves situation. And I think because he's making tokens, he outranks a Minecart Daredevil, I would say. Now, there's I think a good point here. I don't think we need 2 Gnawing Crescendos at all, because if we're going to run both Intangible Virtues, it kind of does the same thing, but it has an ongoing effect. I say we cut one of these. So I'm thinking about the creature count. It says 15. Can bring a Minecart Daredevil back in. I think if we're not splashing black, we would drop Scarecrow Guide. Don't have a two. Well, we do. The 2-drop creature is Shrouded Shepherd, but you would play that alongside the guide. And yeah, maybe Protective Parents are good in this deck, so I think I'll play that. And we could consider dropping a land. So we're a bit lower to the ground, but it feels a bit risky. But I'll call that end of part 1 and have a bit of a think. So thanks for watching so far. Okay, yeah, I made a few changes. I've decided we're an aggro deck, we're not a control deck. So this means you don't play your 4-drop flyer. I've cut both of those. I am going to play my 2 Archon's Glory, so you see this can give something flying. I think this is a better way to have flying in my deck on a combat trick, right? That's the reasoning. And I'm even dropping Hylda's Crown of Winter, which is a fantastic card, but it's a controlling card and it's mana intensive, I suppose. Yeah, it's 4 mana to tap down a creature, basically, the first turn you play it. We want greater impact than that. That's the reasoning. We want to win quickly. So yeah, I think Archon's Glory could be pretty good. So the Shrouded Shepherd has actually made it in because it pumps something by +2/+2 when it comes into play, so that can push through some damage. I think on its own that's just a pretty good card. Unlikely to get the black mana from Edgewall in, let's say, but I think it's good enough without the adventure. We can play that. I mean, I suppose I could cut, let's say, Frostbridge Guard and play Scarecrow Guide. That is one thing I could do, because it leaves me open. It means I'm adding 2 more 1 toughness creatures, so I get left open to my opponent having Shrouded Shepherd. We could take that risk. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's have 2 Scarecrow Guide. Because it's quite again, it's mana intensive removal. The Frostbridge Guard, more for a control deck, perhaps. I think I was tempted by Return Triumphant because that could be pretty good. It brings back most of my deck. It's really good for bringing back a Werefox Bodyguard. So I'm sort of talking myself into it. Then immediately you've got to think about what you drop for it. Protective Parents are kind of the last thing in. Maybe it's Knight of Doves because I don't have enough enchantments to maybe justify 2 of them. Yeah, maybe drop that, put in a Return Triumphant. Could be fantastic on a few things, actually. Could be fantastic on the Courtier. Just comes back as a 4/4 lifelink. Yeah, great on the Bodyguard. Pretty good on Gingerbrute as well. So yeah, let's give that a shot. Good old Boros Aggro. See if it works in this set. I certainly lost a few. I've lost to a few aggro decks in the last couple of rounds. So yeah, the nastiest one was the black-red aggro deck with Raid Bombardment. Didn't see Raid Bombardment this draft, but we've got other plans. We're gonna pump up our tokens with that enchantment. That's the plan. This one, I'm gonna draw both of them in the opening hand. No token creatures. And Return Triumphant as well. Fantastic with no targets. Beautiful. Chef's kiss for my aggro deck. We have 2 Daredevils, so we might get one of those out on turn 3. Oh man, maybe I top deck some good stuff. Maybe. I mean, if I get some tokens, they're going to be absolutely terrifying. Okay, go for it. What's the worst that could happen? You could have a turn 1 Gingerbrute. My opponent has mulliganed once. I'm going second. I do draw an extra card. Maybe it'll be the card that fixes everything here. Okay, Ratcatcher Trainee. It's a 2-drop creature. It makes tokens if I don't play it on turn 2. And I hope I get a 3rd land. Oh my god, what is that? Oh no. 1 damage to each opponent when it comes into play. I don't like the sound of that. Didn't draw a land, but I do have another token creature. So that's good. We've top deck 2 token sources of token creatures. Skewer Slinger. Take 1 damage from that horrible card. We're not apparently gonna draw any land. That's fine. Play that. Attack with a 3/3 Vigilance. So he's doing some red-black aggro things. I imagine lots of rat tokens are gonna come flooding out. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a raid bombardment as well. Oh my god, we actually drew a land. We are lucky, right? We just attack with this guy. See what happens to him. He looks like he missed a land drop. That might be good. He's probably playing aggro as well, though. But he's suspiciously doing nothing. Okay, 1 damage. Frantic Firebolt for 2. Alright. See what you're trying to do there. And we will... Daredevil. It doesn't save the creature overall, but it does at least trade with the Slinger. There's the Gingerbrute. There's a land, okay. He knows I've got the Daredevil, so I feel I should play the Daredevil. That's what he's expecting. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the Daredevil. And we can follow up with the rats. Seated Witch, so that's a 2/2. It's the old pump up the Gingerbrute ploy, which I'm hoping to employ as well. Didn't attack, interesting choice, okay. Gonna block my Daredevil. Alright. That's all I can guess is he's going to try and block the Daredevil. I say combat trick. Keep the Daredevil alive. See if he's got a something in response. He might sacrifice that for 3 life. He does. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and, because I've got 2 mana, play another Intangible Virtue. It just seems mana efficient that way, even though it does nothing at the moment. Seated Witch. So he really is not hitting that mana. We're going to get black mana from this, just in case, on the off chance we hit that card that we want. Yes, we can play Gingerbrute. But we won't have mana to attack with it because we want to play more stuff. We'll attack with the Daredevil. I mean, he can. We won't be able to make it unblockable. And he trades. We'll play 2 3/3 rats and a Gingerbrute. Good measure. So, dodgy opening hand. It has worked out. We drew token creatures to go with our 2 Intangible Virtues. And he's still on 20 life. We haven't landed anything on him yet. Okay, Song of Totentans. Love it. So, an X spell. Shame he couldn't have like more mana, but yeah, that's a nice one. Rats cannot block. He did not attack with his rats though. Return Triumphant potentially on that. let's give this guy not be blocked, because those don't have haste anymore. 7 damage through. We land something. Cursed Courtier comes out. Ratcatcher Trainee. Okay, Edgewall Pack makes 2 direct damage. Good. And that's a 3/3 block. Oh, nice. Yeah, Monstrous Rage. Okay, that's the card we wanted. Okay, we're making you unblockable. Attacking with everything. Right, how much damage do I do if he does that? If he goes for the trainee. Monstrous Rage on the Courtier, so it becomes a 3/3 creature, right? First of all, but he gets +3 power as well. So that'll be a 6, 8, 9, 12 damage. I'll be 1 short. That's just a trade on the pack, so I'm happy to take that. I'm gonna Monstrous Rage. Nice. There we go, it worked. Right. Just trying to think, is there a way of squeezing out any more damage at all? I'll play Daredevil. He might have a board sweeper, I suppose, so I won't play anything. Fair enough, yeah. Alright, yeah, we both had mana problems, but I think I maybe just missed one or 2 land drops. But he was stuck on 3 land for maybe 4 turns, so he had the worst of it. Yeah, that was a dodgy hand that worked out. Oh, interesting. Right, we've got this choice here. We can go Edgewall in for black mana, so we can use our Shrouded Shepherd. There's a scry on the Hopeful Vigil, so we could try and dig for the red mana with that. Ah, we top deck him out. It's fine. Black mana it is. Right, now play some 1 toughness creatures. Oh, it's a 2 toughness creature. Damn you. Right, Hopeful Vigil. I don't like this. I'm gonna have to I could just take 2 damage. I could sacrifice the Vigil. Yeah, it's like I waste one of the adventures, you see. In fact, that wastes the adventure and that boost as well. No, I'm going to play the Daredevil. I don't care about missing out the combat trick. It's fine. Oh, it's got blue as well. Oh god. That's going to make me discard a card. Good job, I drew too many planes. Interesting. You see, I'd have just swung in with a 2-2. So I can pump him to 6-4. Yeah, clearly I pump him to 6-4 with the Shrouded Shepherd. That definitely seems okay. He's not clearly not drawn his more toughness creatures, and he could double block and trade off, and he'd lose his flyer. No, sorry, he'd lose both of them. Of course he would, yeah. Take 6 damage, yeah. Does he have some power 4 creatures in the deck? I mean, that would... If he's playing the Ranger, that's what you might think. He's keeping all his mana untapped. Okay. We could Gnawing Crescendo now. I feel like playing Protective Parents and saying go. He wants to kill my other 2 creatures before he kills the parents. Oh, in fact, no, he just wants to exile that one, so its graveyard thing doesn't take effect. Fair enough. That works. Well, at least it drew out his best removal spell, I guess, so that's something. Let's attack these. Gnawing Crescendo, yeah. I think you figured that out. Get a rat. Oh no. This does stuff, doesn't it? And yeah, you can just basically you're pumping your creatures, and there's other things that also happen. They have all activated abilities, which activated abilities aren't that common. Just pump the flyers up and you win. Yeah, just pump that up a little bit more, why not? I think it gets copied onto the same target. Oh no, different target. Different spell which copies it on the same target. Or I have to go into full control for that to work. Okay, sack that. Hopeful Vigil, but it looks hopeless to be honest. Okay, we have a Gingerbrute and Intangible Virtue. So we are taking 7 damage next turn. Well, that's going to go off again, and it'll be 8 damage. Gingerbrute doesn't do a lot. Okay, so Gingerbrute doesn't even buy me an extra turn, I note. So both of these on the bottom. We do need something that wins me the game. I knew it would be a land. Don't have any adventure cards. The extra damage he needs. Not a bad card, the Minecart Daredevil, I think. Felt like we had an okay opening there, but he refused to play any 1 toughness creatures, unfortunately, so we couldn't get value from our 2-drop. Okay, getting Hopeful Vigil every game, that's nice. Scarecrow Guide. We're going, does it feel like we're going second every game? Okay. Yeah, Hopeful Vigil. And it's dead. Okay. I think I want to play the adventure on the Imodane's Recruiter. That's what I'm thinking. That could be big. Hamlet Glutton, sure. Yep, turn 4 Hamlet Glutton. Monstrous Rage doesn't trade off, right? It's 3 extra power. Could double block with Scarecrow Guides. Doesn't feel good, but I think that's my best shot at stopping it. Just have to hope he doesn't have a combat trick or any single target removal. She gets pumped up. Sure. Oh well, at least I don't waste my combat trick. He did his too early. So that's 12, 15 damage basically. Okay. I've done that. I did that trick before in a previous game. It's a pretty good target for double strike. What happened to my other stuff? Yeah, he just got the perfect kind of start, didn't he? He went first, had removal on turn 3 for my turn 2 creature. So yeah, there's sort of no coming back. This gets so I've drawn my rare. He gets 2 creatures that don't block. Imodane's recruited. Yeah, that puts 4 toughness on the board. Well, I'm going to do it. And lose. To the, yeah. 6/6 trample on turn 4. We'll do it. Actually, you stop more damage if you block the ruby with one of them. But for exactly 4 damage goes through and I die. Great. Love going second. Against the sort of perfect rollout. One, 2. So this is probably a 1/3 deck. We'll see what happens. Thought I'd try something different. I either play 0 or 1 combat trick in the deck. But this is a type of deck where it could work for you, I think. Having all the combat tricks. It might work better than. So we went second again. It's just one of these rounds where I go second every time. I have ones where I go first every time as well. So it does even out. It's a little bit annoying though. The beanstalk does just replace itself, so it's a pretty decent play. And we have our Werefox Bodyguard, which is pretty nice. Okie doke. Just trying to think of flash creatures he might have here. Werefox Bodyguard is a flash creature. I think I just attack. Okay, and we go Knight of Doves here. Our enchantments are a little bit few and far between. It's just that, you know, a possibility we might. Oh, he didn't kill it. Yeah, sorry. It's got 3 toughness. Ratcatcher Trainee. Yeah, we can make some rats. Attack for 4. Oh, yeah, I could have given that guy 2 extra toughness. Triggers celebration. Half nice blocker you got there. Yeah, Gnawing Crescendo. 9 damage is going to get through. Let's remove the blocker. Attack with the attackers. And we'll play a Ratcatcher Trainee as well. So this is what an aggro deck is supposed to look like. You might have a board sweeper here and it'll feel pretty bad, but alright, he gets his creature back. And he has another blocker. 2 blockers. Ooh. Intangible Virtue. Gnawing Crescendo and attack with everything. Should do the trick. Yeah. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. We get a second win on the board. He had a bit of a slow start there. That's what we're counting on. Yeah, green-black, and he had the those gingerbread giants. It's a 2-lander. We're actually going first, which is amazing. And we've got Hopeful Vigil into Intangible Virtue. The number of times that this gets killed on turn 2. It's usually it's usually my opponent going first and killing it on their turn 3. Okay, I'll keep that definitely. Oh, he has a fast start though. He might have an inkling that I have an instant. Okay, black, red, and impact tremors. Okay, here we go. Yep, Intangible Virtue, probably a good shout. Attack for 3. There's a few things that which do exactly 2 damage, so protects me from a few removal thingies. A lot of things with 1 toughness, I notice. Will I get? The trouble is, this is a game I will never find the black mana, which is quite right, of course, because I have literally 3 sources in the deck, so not something I can really rely on. Okay. Let's see, Werefox Bodyguard. We could I think we attack first. And we could, yeah, hold up. We'll hold up the Werefox Bodyguard, I think. Feed the Cauldron. Yeah, we can't protect that. That is dead. Fair enough. Okay, we'll Werefox Bodyguard. Take out the 2/1. It will trigger again if he kills the Bodyguard, that's the trouble. Okay, yeah, let's have a Gingerbrute. Let's have an Embereth Veteran. Attack like that. Actually got him down to 11. I don't know how I did that. Oh yeah, because I was attacking with a 3/3 for a couple of turns. I suppose that makes sense. Another Voracious Vermin. Okay. Another 2 damage to me. Kill the 1/1 or just use Archon's Glory on my turn. Use the Archon's Glory on turn. I think that's makes a lot of sense. Candy Trail, he's tapping out. Ooh, this is looking good. Okay. Oh, and a Minecraft, Minecart Daredevil. Right. Yeah, what was the plan? Shrouded Shepherd. Give something flying. Not flying. Pump something up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Okay, right. Shrouded Shepherd. Embereth Veteran. We will... give the Werefox Bodyguard flying. Two. Oh, that looks alright. Do we have any more tokens? No, so we shouldn't do that. That's another decent creature. View browser done. Is what we do. There we go. And attack like that. And he's got lots of treasure tokens, so he can probably survive. Right. So I get the bodyguard to 3 toughness. What am I doing for 1 mana? That's a good question. I'll hold it open for Embereth Veteran, I guess. We're actually getting 5 damage through here now I think about it. So, unless something bad happens. Let's do it on the Shepherd. It's probably more expendable. Oh, he's got another food. I'm dumb. Never mind. And sacrifice that and pop that on the Gingerbrute. Yeah, I saw him sacrifice the food, and my brain switched off. I thought, all right, yeah, he's done his food thing now. He had another damage. Let's see if he has the. Oh, that's dead. That sucks. Yeah, well, we might have just lost the game here. And his pump spell. Okay, pump spell, pump spell. Okay, well that's a turnaround, isn't it? Looked like I was winning for a bit. And everything died. Yeah, oh well. Shit happens. I've got Return Triumphant. Right. So we're gonna take out the Minecart Daredevil, right? And then we have to stay back and block. Well, this went south. So, sacrificing the veteran, that was risky. As it turned out, we got completely punished for that. And he has another removal spell, so... Oh well. I guess we'll activate that and gain 2 life. There was probably a much safer play to make, but... Okay, block 1 rat. Gets bigger, yeah. Well... 5 mana, one of these... He's got to stay back and block, that is the point. He cannot risk attacking. But where's Fly can get through? Okay, Daredevil, yeah, and of course he's going to build up his Voracious Vermin until it's really voracious. Sacrifices that one to do that, sure. Losing 2 life. Yeah, okay. Brave man. Another blocker, point damage. Another creature, another point damage. Yep. So this is the Impact Tremors deck definitely doing something. I got a bit complacent there. I'm just trying to piece together what all the things I did wrong there that turn. Probably should have kept that combat trick until I could actually win the game with it. Probably a bit greedy. That was the previous turn. Just getting 4 life with it. It's probably not going to be enough. So he can get 2 things through for 2 damage, and if he's got another creature, he wins. Okay, he can block with a reach creature. He can't actually use that because he'll die. Quite a tense game. Okay, we've got Armory Mice. Definitely the rat out was brutal by Gingerbrute man. He dead by any chance? Oh wow, he's got the Callous Cell Sword. That will probably do it. Looks like I'm dead. attack with a tabby and I lose. Okay. So Protective Parents go here, Daredevil go here, I think. Just attacks with everything. You might let this guy through, you never know. It is interesting to me that people think the Rat Out is playable, but I suppose, you know, it's instant -1/-1. It's basically a combat trick. It's going to be a lot of situations. It's just going to do the job. Yeah, I think best thing to do, just try not to think about this game and where I went wrong. Think, yeah, got complacent and was hoping for a quick win, to be honest, like the previous game. And probably didn't think it through quite enough. I thought, yeah, the young hero token on the Gingerbrute would that would do the trick, but yeah, he had more removal basically. Well, it happens. I don't think I looked at the deck there, so let's look at the deck, not the packs, but the deck, which hopefully I added to the decks. I think I did. Okay, interesting. Some interesting mythic has turned up. Right, yeah, so the deck is Boros Aggro with a few combat tricks, a couple of Archon's Glory, Monstrous Rage. I left some quite serious cards out. So Hylda's Crown of Winter is really good. It means Icy Manipulator. Right, it's for 3. I thought I didn't need it. I thought I could win games without this. Be more mana efficient with my removal and have more creatures and more damage in the deck and be consistent. That was the reasoning. I cut out the 2 Unveil guides as well, just to cut out a couple of 4-drops and be lower to the ground. The only one I kept was the rare I started with, the Redcap Gutter-Dweller. I think I saw it once, didn't get a chance to cast it before I died. Sort of a nice idea, that card. Yeah, when the deck was good, it was pretty good. We did, I think we went first in the last one, and we still lost. And I think we went second in the other 4 games. Which is maybe a bit of a drawback for this deck. Probably wants to go first. Maybe slightly dodgy decision, maybe, to include Shrouded Shepherds. Try and splash black for the adventure on this, but I don't know. It's still quite good even without the adventure in this kind of deck. Maybe what's dodgy are the Scarecrow guides. We swapped these for the Frostbridge guards, which can tap things down for 3 mana, which are just probably significantly better, especially when there's a lot of things that do 1 damage in this set. Yeah, but the deck made sense. We had 2 Intangible Virtues. That was the other interesting thing. This was quite good in a few games. In the first game in particular, we had a very dodgy opening hand with 2 Intangible Virtues, and we managed to draw token creatures. We ended up with, I think, a couple of 3/3 rats, which is pretty good. So yeah, lots of rats and mice and things. Combat tricks. But yeah, you probably in that last game, yeah, bit of a nightmare. But yes, you probably want to keep your Werefox Bodyguard alive, because what was going on in my head, I thought I can let the Bodyguard die, then bring it back with Return Triumphant, so it doesn't matter if the Bodyguard dies. But it did give him 2 extra damage with his Impact Tremors doing that, and then he did have another removal card for the Bodyguard. He did just have all the removal he needed in that game. So maybe I think I underestimated him, and should have been a bit more careful. Held back my definitely should have held back that Archon's Glory until it was super impactful, instead of just going right, I can get 4 life points here. Let's do it. Yeah, and also I kind of did that pre-combat, didn't I? I thought I'll do this on the Werefox Bodyguard so I can attack with it and get through for 4 damage, instead of, you know, potentially letting him block and using it as a combat trick. So it didn't really make sense. You want to, yeah, if you're going through, if you're using it for evasion, you want to actually kill your opponent. I think that was, yeah. I suppose I was probably trying to be mana efficient that turn and do as much damage as possible. That's probably the reasoning. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But I'm going to try and forget about that game now. But yeah. Fun deck. I tried. I tried something new. Don't usually try combat tricks, basically. Okay. I don't think we didn't make a single bird token, did we, with Knight of Doves? I think I was right to take out the second one. I had a feeling we'd never have an enchantment go to the graveyard whilst that was on the battlefield, because that's, yeah, if you're not really dedicated to an enchantment deck, it's difficult to not just have enchantments in play, but have them hit the graveyard. Anyway, that's a video. Thanks for watching.